Hello football fans, hello XFL fans, welcome back to the XFL Fan Zone. First, again, Brett Tierce, and I'm 100% XFL. I recommend his XFL page. A lot of good stuff, a lot of good people. He's very active with his page. And also a Football World with Stacey Ashton and John Turner. That is an everything football page, but they're very active with their page. They always have a lot of stuff going on. By far, my two favorite pages that I'm involved in. I enjoy those very much, so I recommend you go to that. Okay, two big stories today. One, the XFL draft is now in order. It has been set for October 15th and 16th. It will be in Stamford, Connecticut at the WWE headquarters in Stamford, Connecticut. It will not be open to the public or small media, which is very aggravating for me because I'm only 50 miles away. I was hoping and looking forward to go. Maybe get some stuff recorded and to show you guys, but it is what it is. Hopefully they have it live streamed, at least some of it. It is going to be 70 rounds per team. So you're talking about 560 players getting drafted. The final roster is going to have, I think, 46 players on each roster. So, and don't forget, there's going to be a Team 9 practice squad available. So, if people go down, they have players in shape, ready to go. So, plenty of opportunity out there if you're looking for another shot at pro football. The mini camp is going to begin on December 3rd. That will last a month. Then full training camp will start January 4th, which will last about a month. And of course, kickoff is on February 8th. Generally, camps for the NFL are usually about 5 weeks. They get a month here. I would really like to have that extra week, but they are also getting a full mini camp. If you remember back in 2001, these guys had 30 days to do everything and rush on the field. And boy, if you remember the 2001 season, those first 2 weeks, it showed. The play was terrible. The quarterback play was horrible. And it was pretty much the kiss of death from there for the XFL. Hopefully, they have learned a lesson from that. These guys will be getting 2 months together to get their stuff together. We saw what happened last year with the AAF when they took those players enough time. We had 32 games of AAF football. I can honestly tell you, I thought 25 of the 32 games were very competitive, and we had solid quarterback play all around. Even when the starters went down or benched, the backups who came in did very well. And if this league is going to survive, we need competitive games, we need good football, and we need good quarterback play. We'd really like to have the extra week of full training camp, but hey, 2 months. I think pretty much the AF had the same last year. I'm not too worried about it. The other big story is the sales of merchandise is coming through, and no surprise, I didn't think this was going to be a surprise, the St. Louis Battlehawks are coming in first place. They do have the nicest name, if you ask me. They have the nicest logo. They have the nicest team colors. We haven't seen the uniforms yet, but their team colors look nice, and plus they're hungry for football. They lost their NFL franchise. They'll be playing in the Dome of America, which has been not refurbished but updated to hold the NFL team. So I guess St. Louis is pretty determined to show their support for the Battlehawks. Number two, a little bit of a surprise if you ask me, the Seattle Dragons. But then again, Seattle, they love their Seahawks and they love their Washington Huskies also. I know they didn't care too much for their name, but that hasn't stopped the merchandising. Third place, not really surprising either, Houston Roughnecks. No, thanks to probably their Houston Oiler-like logo, which helps, and the Roughnecks, which is pretty much like an Oiler. They've done a good job, very good job as well. Fourth is my team, the New York Guardians. No surprise, they have a nice color combo, silver, black, and red. I just have a t-shirt in order right now. I already have a hoodie and a hat. And so the Guardians are in fourth, and just ahead of the Dallas Renegades, which I'm a little surprised at. Texas is the biggest football state. consistently from the high school level up to the pro level. I'm surprised we're ahead of Dallas, but then again, we are the biggest metropolitan area in the country. Now, the DC Defenders come next, and seventh place is the Tampa Bay Vipers, which is not surprising. They say there's a pretty big gap between the DC Defenders and the Tampa Bay Vipers, and they say the gap is widening. And this is the only spot I questioned. Actually, there's the two spots I questioned. I don't think Tampa's a good sports town. Not for pro sports. Florida's always been a college football town. The Seminoles, the Gators, the Hurricanes, the UCF Knights, the USF Bulls. They're a college football state. And if you've ever been to Tampa, and I have been for Giants and Bucks twice, they're generally more New Yorkers at these games. Same thing if you go to the Yankees and Devil Ray games and baseball. I've been to three-game series. Yankee fans come out in droves. But there are also a lot of New Yorkers down in Florida to begin with. So, plus they're playing in a NFL stadium that holds about 65,000. I'm a little nervous about this. And of course, in the 8th place, which is no surprise to me, the LA Wildcats. Now, the good thing about the Wildcats is they're a big metropolitan city, only playing in a 27,000 seat stadium. But again, LA, I know it's the second biggest market, but they're not a good sports town either. They're very fair with the fans. The only team that does well out there consistently on the attendance level are the Dodgers. And people are saying, what about the Lakers? Listen, when the Lakers aren't doing well, even those fans don't show up to the games. The Dodgers are the one team that I have noticed since I was a kid, attendance-wise, has done well. So, no surprise there either. So that's it for now, folks. We're about 135 days away from kickoff on February 8th. So, hopefully, we get some uniforms soon. It'll be cool to see your first-round draft pick in the XFL show off their jersey. So, hopefully, we'll get those soon. That'll be the next big thing, since the draft is now all set now. So, what do you think, folks? Is it going to work out in Tampa? Is it going to work out in LA? It seems going to be work out big in St. Louis, but like I said, you want the ratings and the attendance. We need competitive football. We need clean football. We need good quarterback play. All right, folks, it's now Thursday night. The Eagles and Packers are on. And from this Giant fan, go Packers. We also got Navy and Memphis tonight. And because my dad was a Navy man, go midshipmen. We'll talk to you later, everyone.